Neanderthals, the canines, and the right-wing podcasters out there, welcome to the program. Good evening. How you all doing there? Welcome from around the world. No longer in my studio in central Pennsylvania, but on the road again. Folks going to figure that out. What's that? You're going to figure out what, Hendo? What are folks going to figure out, Hendo? What are you doing? Are you spilling the beans about something there, Hendo? I'm going to have to punish you as a moderator. You have to be careful what you say. Hey, by the way, folks, thanks a lot. That video is still trending quite impressively. 273,000 views last time I looked at it. That's just unbelievable. I want to say thank you all very much. Bye bye, danke, vielen Dank, merci mille fois. That is incredible. Hey, how y'all doing? Right. Did you guys catch my video about that world-renowned economist, Julius Malema? That guy's a stud, man. Really impressive. His brilliant commentary on Donald Trump's tariffs really set me straight. Now I understand the tariffs, and how Trump must have caved. Thank you, Julius, for setting me straight. I really didn't understand it. It's good to see that, that Julius has got it squared away. I'll get 177 here at this hour. How's it going there, folks? Marnus Ferrer says, love the work. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, so obviously I'm on the road, folks. You can tell I'm on the road, not in my studio. Hi, Chris. Good. Your trip was safe. It was. Yeah, so my trip was safe. It was a bit long journey. Well, eventually this will come out, so it's time to let the cat out of the bag now. In case you're wondering, I'm in the Western Cape. I'm in South Africa. Oh, no, Chris was never coming to South Africa ever again. Ever again. What? What do you mean he's in South Africa? It's not fake news, folks. I'm in South Africa. No. Chantel says, what? Oh, my goodness. Welcome to everybody. The G-Man's laughing. Okay, Ricardo Bezuidenhout's there. Hi, Chris. Thank you for your channel. You're very welcome there. The secret's finally out, Hendo. Yeah. I knew it, says Charles. Well, for operational security, we had to keep things a little bit quiet there. That means you're close to Somerset West. Maybe not. I mean, is Uppington close to Somerset West? If so, then maybe I'm close. You guys can guess away all you like. If you're enjoying the trip, I'm not connected for some time. Good to see there, Billy Vitt. I'm actually kind of knackered, folks. It's been a long trip. Long trip. Anyway, so I will be announcing, Elizabeth says, no way. I keep on guessing, folks. I will be announcing meet and greets in the very near term. I will be spending some time in the Western Cape and then traveling around the rest of the country. And so a number of events upcoming, and I'll keep you up to date on those things. And we'll be having some meet and greets. So stay tuned, and that will be coming up. Yes. Well, that's right. So Teresius, the secret is out. I've come to Western Cape to set up the FEMA camps. That's what I'm here for. Yes. I have a C-17 that's arriving at Cape Town International tomorrow with 3 pallet loads of GP medium tents, and we're going to get it all set up. Yeah. Did somebody mention me in Benoni again? Yes, Marilyn, you'll be seeing me in Gauteng. You know you're going to be seeing me in Gauteng, Marilyn. Come on. I always come there. Barbara says, I wanted some meet and greet. Well, where are you at, Barbara? What part of the country? Anyway, please come to the South Coast. This is Janine Bleitendag. Okay. Cape Town, where are you setting up the tents? Well, I think we're going to set up a little bit further to the east, probably around Wellington somewhere. There's a bit of space over there where we can set up these FEMA tents. Esmari, how you doing there? Please come to George. Johan, that might be a bridge too far on this trip. I'm looking at it, but Mossel Bay and George might be challenging. Zelda PE is on the calendar. Yep. Oh, Pretoria is always on the calendar. Okay. There's no Boerdemeisje around here, man. There's a bunch of copies around here. What do you mean Boerdemeisje? Sean wants a tent. Well, no wine, no braai. This refugee glamping is too much. See, you guys are spoiled, man. Look at Sean Falshank. The problem with Sean is that he's got generations of Afrikaners mispronouncing his name. They call him Falskank. That's terrible, man. That sounds horrible. The name is Falshank. Poor guy. It's like Steve Hofmeyer. The guy can't afford a vowel. Hofmeyer. There's an E missing. I've told Steve this many times. He makes enough money. He could go get that change and get that E added in there. How long are you here for, Colonel? Well, that's a state secret, Aaron, but needless to say, I'll be around for the usual amount of time I'm here. Bradenborg, okay. You have to come to East London. Oh my goodness, I've not been to East London. I don't know if I'll make there. Seen it with the K-Way shirt. Charmaine thinks I'm wearing the K-Way shirt to blend in. No, I wear the K-Way shirts in America. Hey, Pat Newman, how you doing there? Come to Potchefstroom. I've actually been invited to Potchefstroom, but I've not been able to make it. It's a little bit out of the way. Ronaldo, hi there. I had no idea. Ha 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 ha, Ronaldo. Yikes. Cameron Heslop is here. Oh my goodness. Donkey ears, Cameron. I didn't know you're still alive. Good to see you out there. Dwayne Botma says, I'm glad you had a safe trip. We'll be taking it soon. Heading for Odessa. Well, that's not the trip I took. I didn't come to Odessa. Yeah, no, I'm part of the G20 delegation. I'm the advanced team for Trump. So I've got 2 roles in South Africa. Well, actually 3. My first role is to set up the FEMA camps in Wellington. My second role is advanced team for the G20, and my third role is to save South Africa. That's what I'm here for, folks. We're here to save South Africa. So we're going to pump up the iron there. There you go. Oh, we're going to save South Africa. Yes, just join the live. What's going on with the tents? Nothing. We're just joking, Xander. Okay. CB, I don't know about Bloemfontein. That's, you guys, those places are far. It's far. Something in WhatsApp, Liz. Okay, well, I'm a bit knackered, folks. It's been a long day. I've already met with a couple people whom I know. I had a coffee when I arrived at the airport, was greeted there by someone. That was very kind. And then picked up, oh man, I got a Gucci renter, man. I'll tell you what, boy, they hooked me up at the airport. I am riding around in style. And it's not one of the most carjacked cars in South Africa, too. So that's an advantage. People kind of look past this car, but it's nice. It's nice. Got a little mini SUV, going to be enjoying that. Still here, says Cameron. Okay. Hectic few years. My mom. Oh, I'm so hard to see here. That's, gosh, 7 months ago. Yeah. So sorry to hear that, Cameron. My condolences to you. It's never easy. I remember when my mother passed away. The OGs remember the channel. You guys remember that I actually went live within 45 minutes of my mother passing away to pay a tribute to her. That was an emotional one. I mean, I was not that close to my mother, but I had, I still cared a lot for her. So. All right, who else we got there? Dylan is here. Okay. All right, so there will be meet and greets most likely in Somerset West, at Woodbridge Island, probably one in Blueberg, Blauberg, whatever you guys want to call that town, Blueberg Strand, and then one in Hermanus. That's 4 here in the Western Cape, and I'm not sure where any others might be. We'll have to see where there's demand, but that's 4 that will take place here in the Western Cape. Then we'll do the others. So the banners will go up. I'll be sharing those. How are you planning to get rid of the EFF ANC? That's the only way to save South Africa, says Jan Milan. Can we come back home with you? Well, I think the flight is already booked full, so you're going to have to talk to the airline. Christelle Olafia, welcome to Cape Town. Okay, well, Christelle, that's probably a very real possibility. I'll be spending more time in Western Cape than I normally do. Normally, I'm here for a few days and I head up around the country. But this trip was a little bit different than the previous ones. Of course, last year's trip was dictated by the election. I came, covered the election, 14 polling stations on election day. To my knowledge, I'm the only international journalist that actually did that sort of thing that day. There were international journalists here covering it, but most of them sat in press rooms and didn't go out to polling stations, to my knowledge. Okay, what else you got here? Nice, spry, anonymous, Misty. If you find yourself in the Overberg, Cape Argulas area, that would be great. If you go to Hermanus, I'll definitely be there. I'm so glad you. Oh no, Lindy, I will be in Hermanus. There'll be a meet and greet Hermanus. We got to sort that out. Yeah, it's there'll be a Durban trip as well. Yep. Gideon Samus, I saw the podcast from Texas. It's wonderful. Texas? Who's in Texas? I didn't do anything in Texas. What are you talking about, man? Or you're watching podcasts about Texas? Can we ask questions here? Sure, you can ask a question, Adrian. I'll do my best to answer it. Okay? Don't become a statistic. Okay, well, I'm already a statistic. I'm a tourist arrival. That's a statistic. Any updates and sanctions? No, there are no sanctions. People need to quit spreading rumors there. Quit spreading rumors. There are no sanctions in South Africa. Manifestation, you have the diplomatic. Yeah, you have the diplomatic. What the heck is going on there? All right, mods, troll alert. Pay attention there. Yes, Liz, Durban will happen. Yep. Richards Bay, I'm sorry, Fanny, that's probably unlikely. The problem is that I can only set a certain amount of time. I'm constrained by my consulting on one end of this trip and my role as a judge on the other end. I've got to be back for that. So A meet and greet at the Four Tracker Monument. I've never done one there, but we could do one potentially. But any get-togethers in Joburg? Yes, there'll be one in Northcliffe for Shore Martin. Yep. At Thundergun, we'll do one at Thundergun like we usually do. It's not my favorite place to do it, but it's easier for people. Love Somerset West, my favorite place in the world. Maybe when we get to the dates, it's okay. Well, Barbara, you don't have to fly down here. I mean, if you say if you're coming down, you must be in Gauteng. I'll be coming to Gauteng, so my time in Gauteng will be very circumspect. I have a trip planned for the Northern Cape, which will interfere with that, so it takes a few days out. So I will be attending 2 Stormers games, 1 Bulls game, Andrea Bocelli concert, as well as the Varsity Cup final. Stellies versus UCT, Ickies and Matis. Centurion, no, I heard Centurion is gone. There's no electricity, there's no water. They're eating the dogs, eating the cats. There's nobody in Centurion. That's what I heard. Wow, I didn't know anybody's left in Centurion. No, of course, I didn't give up on South Africa, Dylan. Operational security. People asking questions over and over again. People also, making statements in the chat which are not helpful, giving idiots ideas. So, yeah. Oh, he went to Andrea Bocelli's concert tonight. That's cool. Okay. Nice little Western saloon here in South Coast. Okay. All right. What about Uppington? What do you mean, what about Uppington, Franz? I have a plan to go to Uppington on this trip. With any luck, fingers crossed, I'll get to meet Katrina Esau, Oma Katrina Esau, the final living speaker of the new language. I hope I make it and see her. Yeah, Stella, don't count on me waking up 6 a.m. tomorrow. Ain't going to happen. That just ain't going to happen. You just filled the stadium for the Varsity Cup final. I don't know about that. H2A, including this group, that's Trump signed for it. No, H2A has nothing to do with refugees, Adrian Fonsale. H2A is a different visa altogether. Refugee status is a gift that's very different. Yeah, I think the rugby should be amazing. Wow, you're in South Africa. There you go, Sasha Bean. Innis Grove. Good evening, everyone. You guys close by must treat the colonel with the proper bride and bride brookies. No onions, no onions. Well, it's almost the 20th of April. Oh, you talking about Orania? I would lose any sleep over that. Steve Norkia, what's going on there, man? Keep an eye out for meet and greet as I'm Vanderbilt Park. Arno, I consider Vanderbilt Park one. I've done one there before. It was really nice. So I'll have to consider it. But that would be contingent on a couple things falling the right way in the calendar. My calendar is pretty open now. I have plans of events to go to. Some are dictated by time and location, but not all are. So we'll see how it goes. Starting the meet and greet in one of the nicest provinces of South Africa. Glad you arrived safely and trust all your travels remain that way. Well, Wendy DeVos, I've done at least 17, another 15. I've done about 60 meet and greets, maybe more, in South Africa. So all over the country. Well, they did rob me blind on the plane ticket last time, but that was because it was short notice. Yep. Besides, you guys all heard Rob Hertzhoff say he was paying for my flight this time. Not to put Rob on the spot, but he did say he was going to pay for it. I'm here on one. I don't know what here on one means, Adrian. I'm guessing that you're currently in the United States and you're talking about you're on that visa. So you're not being very clear about what you're looking for. I'm going to guess. I'm going to read your mind. I'll be Senior von Rensburg right now. Let me just train. I'm channeling your thoughts. I think what Adrian's trying to ask is, if I have an H2A visa and I'm currently working in the United States, can I apply for the refugee program? And the answer is, no, you cannot. You have to be in South Africa. Now, having said that, if it's an application online, there's nothing to stop you from applying online. If you have a permanent address in South Africa, just in the States on a temporary basis, and you're willing and able to fly back on short notice to do an interview in South Africa, then it might work. But unless they make a special circumstance, the law doesn't allow for that. But anything's possible. Having the Marines 101st Airborne to save you is fight. Ah, my goodness. Okay. Good evening, LBR. Welcome to you. I never said I had a Yahoo email, Balsaki. So if you're sending something to a Yahoo address, you're sending it to the wrong place. If you're trying to reach me and you're sending something to Yahoo, you're reaching the wrong place. Okay? I have many emails, and the one that you should write to is on this channel. Will you be Mahalisburg Heckport? I'm not sure, Rakes. I'll have to consider it. You know, people tell me that they'll meet me in Swartrugens, and I go to Swartrugens and nobody shows up. So, you know, I got to be careful. You know, it's only so much time to do things. Anonymous Misty says Rob Hersoff is corrupt. In what way? Please explain. Do you have some information, or is that just an opinion? Going to Checkers to buy bribe rookies. You have to buy bribe rookies. Don't you make them? I always thought you had to make those things. All right. This evening stream is a happy surprise, but to have you here is so much better, says Yvonne. Well, thank you for that. Well, thank you, Kois Klasse. La Dolce Vita. Oh my goodness, it's been a while. I haven't seen you for a while. Anthony Funsale. What's going on? Okay, there we go. Steve Newbold, late night coffee for one. Yeah, I'm having some coffee. Well, cappuccino. You know, I don't drink coffee. It's an evil substance invented by Satan to enslave mankind, but I am having a cappuccino tonight. It's my second one of the day. Will you be in Nelsbrook? I want to go to Nelsbrook, but I don't think it's going to happen. Salome says, thank you for caring about us. May I ask you why you're setting up FEMA tents? I'm not setting up FEMA tents, Salome. It was a joke. It was a joke. There are no FEMA tents. Nobody's eating the dogs. Nobody's eating the cats. Well, maybe they are in Springfield, but not here in South Africa. Not yet, anyway. You know, of course, we don't need the farmers. You know, I've heard it from a member of the ANC in Parliament. Who needs farmers? We get our food from Pick and Pay. Here's your sign. Stupid people should wear signs. That way you wouldn't ask them questions. You know what I mean? So Adrian says, just wanted to know if we can apply for refugee status. Not planning on going back. I have been on. Well, Adrian, the program hasn't been established, so all I can tell you is historical norms. Historical norm would be that you can't do it, but you have to be in a place, you know, where you're eligible to do it. You would not be eligible being outside South Africa unless it was on a temporary basis. So we'll have to wait and see. Maybe you will, maybe you won't, but I'm just thinking you probably won't be unless you come back. How was your day? Very tiring, Hugo Basson. Yeah, so I started yesterday after getting about 2 hours sleep and barely that. I kept waking up every 30 minutes. Got up, prepped for the trip, packed my bag finally because I was busy on Friday. Remember that. I was doing consulting still. Packed my bag Saturday morning, flew. Oh, you're going to love this. I get to the airport. And I have to be there 45 minutes prior in order to get my bag loaded on the flight. This is a tiny airport. I mean, there's like, you know, a dozen people there. It's really small, Harrisburg. So I get there, and I come up at 9:28. The flight's at 10:15, so that's 47 minutes, right? Standing in line. Well, there's no place to just drop your bag off. You have to go to the regular counter. Well, I'm already checked in on my boarding pass. I just need to drop my bag off. So 9:28, I'm going to stand there. Some lady's hemming and hawing at the counter. Well, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? Taking up time. So it's 9:30. She finally walks away. Who knows how long she's been there, but I got 45 minutes. So I start to approach the counter. No, sir, just a moment. And then this lady starts training a trainee. They spend about 2 minutes doing that. And she says, you can come over. So I come over and give her my passport. He goes, oh, you've missed your flight. I said, no, ma'am, the flight's at 10:15. I couldn't miss it. No, you're too late. You have to be here 2 hours before. I said, no, I don't. It's 45 minutes. Well, this is an international flight. I said, no, ma'am, it's not an international flight. This is a domestic flight from Harrisburg to Washington, D.C. Then I have to sit in Washington, D.C. for 8 hours before I get a domestic flight, international flight. That gives me the 2 hours in spades. So she got all snippy. You came late. I said, no, I didn't. I was here on time. No, you weren't. You made me stand there, but you weren't on time. I said, Anyway, I won't go into what the background of the lady was, why she was behaving that way, but trust me, it will answer a few stereotypes if you knew the whole story. Do you know the progress of Representative Jackson's bill? Nope, there's no update on that, Lawrence. If people keep making statements about my safety in the chat, you're going to get blocked. All right? I appreciate your concern, but I don't need people in the chat commenting here. We're going to take it that you're a troll. Drop it. You've been told to cease and desist. All right? Going forward, any comments about my personal situation, where I'm at, and anyone alluding things like that, moderators, take them out. Okay. Yes, I'll be in Pretoria. I've already said that, Sonic Bloom. Hey, Yvonne from Hermanus. Okay. First chicken poiki. Okay. Fried. Case in it. Well, thank you very much, Mark. Garrett Gillich. Garrett, guess where I had dinner tonight? You're never going to guess. Straunt. You know where I was at. Proud Neanderthal. Join late. Okay, that's okay, Russell. No problem. Dorian Mart. That's just Dorian. Sorry, my chat's getting all horked up over here. Please speak slower. Different accent. Sorry, speak slower. Okay, Dorian. That's really not going to work very well. Not really going to work very well. All right, so some of you getting your chat taken away because you're playing games there. Yeah, it is a K-weight top. That's right. Yep. I also got South African shorts on too. Yep. Yeah, it sounds like a South African airport, but it was in Harrisburg. Okay, Sonic Blue, how many times can I ask that question? Hauptman, £2 super chat. Thank you for that. Okay. Margate. Well, that's a little bit out of the way. Thank you, Nikki. Martin said, I knew there's something good about this evening. Johan Duprier, welcome. Thank you. It is a beautiful country. It is absolutely amazing. South Africa. It's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. But at the same time, you've got challenges. I mean, as I drive from the airport in Cape Town and see the informal settlements there, it's still heartbreaking to see that sort of thing. The U.S. is supposedly going to be deploying troops to Panama Canal. I've not seen any updates on that. Take me to Spur. Gideon, I don't know if I'll be coming to Bloemfontein. Crypto Noob is back. Welcome to you. Belito. Oh, that's a tough one to do too. Hey, how's it going? Reith Nell. Nick Groves. Hey, Nick, how's it going there? Someone commented in a previous video they were on their preliminary interview. They got mugged in Cape Town on their way to the airport. What? I didn't hear that story. The Black Current. Huh. Well, hopefully it's possible, Ashley. What about Pete? Okay, gosh, guys, you walk in half an hour late, and I've already said these things. Well, 20 minutes late. I'm going PE. 4 ways, crazy 4 ways. We've been around Stanton. Yes, Ronell, always wind up there somewhere. Yep, we had a 4 ways meet greet last time. The coffee shop there. It was pretty good. Brett Sessoms, where have you been, dude? I only covered that story for the past 4 days, even traveling on the road. Bringing mosquito spray. New janitor Mar-a-Lago. Oh, is that where your new job is? Anonymous Misty. We have some lovely beaches in Cape Town. You must do some sightseeing. I've been on your beaches in Cape Town. I'm not a beach person. Done some video recording there. I've done recordings at Strand. That's a good backdrop with False Bay and the mountains in the distance. Well, I'm here for interviews, but not the interviews you're thinking about. So I'm getting interviewed. I'm interviewing people, but not for a refugee program. Looking forward to meet and greet. Yeah. Thank you. Only managed to join late. Was busy with internet fixes. Yeah, I had some challenges here too because I set the stream up. This is the first time I've ever done this. I set up on my laptop and then broadcast on my mobile. So this is the first time I've done that. Yeah, I hate the beach. Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of that. If you make your way through Worcester, a few steaks. Worcester's actually on my agenda this time. Food, dude. I've never been there. It's on my agenda. Do I think American Park will worship? I don't see any reason why they would do that. I've been to the Vault Triangle many, many times, Corey. Well, the Emerald is where I had the last one at, Corey. Ronell set that one up. Ronell, you here? Okay. Will you visit the U.S. Embassy? That's not something I can answer, Narendra. That's not a question I can answer. You can either confirm or deny that. Vanderbilt Park represent. Bill tongue or jerky? I don't like jerky. Okay, yeah, Van says the irony of your comment the other night of why I am on my mobile. I don't remember now. Refresh my memory, Van. Good to see you there. Ronel Henrico, welcome. Thank you very much. NDK gave a 100 Rand super chat. Thanks for that, man. Yes, USA was invited by Panama to use military base and establish training base. Exactly. There you go. I announced it a couple days ago, but I had no further confirmation of it. Thank you very much, Scylla. Having coffee with friends in PE. If you were in Mid-Rand or Centurion, bring an umbrella. Yeah, well, it's been raining everywhere. It rained in the Cape, too, recently. Solitaire is going to get his ass kicked. By whom, Gerard? Okay. Please update the WhatsApp group. I'm excited going to. The WhatsApp group has been updated. I'll look now and see if there's anyone that needs to be added. But I update every chance I have. Now, I have internet access in flight, but unfortunately it wasn't working properly. So that was a bit of a mess. Where the heck is my WhatsApp? There's no shortcut on the desktop. Why is that? That's just messed up. Where's WhatsApp? Sorry, folks. Did the W's here. I hate the way they did Windows this time. It's terrible. Not my cup of tea. There's WhatsApp. Okay. Okay. There's one request to join the group too. Nothing's happening. Why is that taking so long? All right, that's weird. That's very weird. Why is it not working? And there's 37 in the other group. And that group is full. So the second one. All right, let me take a look at the group 2 has. It's full. All right, the other group is full. Both are full, so there's no one can get in there. Sorry about that, folks. All right, back to the chat here. Pete, only realized now I'm in South Africa. Shh, don't tell anyone, Pete. Don't tell anyone. Missed it. If you don't want to go back to the video right now, but did you mention dates and times for meetings, or will you still work that out? Yes, Rowan. I haven't set up any dates yet. Just I mentioned a few places for sure. There'll be a meet and greet in Hermanus, one in Woodbridge Island, one at Somerset West, and maybe one at Blaubergstrand or Bluebergstrand. So that's 4 for sure in the Western Cape. There'll be one in Northcliffe, probably one in Pretoria, maybe one in Uppington. So PE, Durban, maybe one in Howick as well. You booked yourself in a cheap-ass hotel. The clock behind you does not work. It's ornamental. It's ornamental. It's art. It's art. Yeah. I was born in Somerset West, lived in Strand. Family moved to Boringfontein. Boringfontein. I presume, Psychobilly, you mean Bloemfontein. Boringfontein. That's funny. My husband's son would like to be able to get one of your meet and greets. Lorette, what part of the country? Jonathan's back. You're doing a great job. Okay, thank you, Henta. No, I didn't play them today. Missed most of the chats this weekend. I feel like I missed some serious stuff. I did do a broadcast yesterday, and I released videos yesterday, but Michelin star, how's it going there? Bruce Erickson, well, hello from Cape Town, That's not art, decor. Yes, it is. Van comes in with a massive 700 Rand super chat again. Good to hear you had safe travels. You made that comment on why I'm on my mobile. What's this? Because it's sometimes easier when I'm not fixed setup. In my case, it's easy channel phone. Oh, gotcha. Thank you, Van. I didn't understand it when you said it earlier. Thank you for the 700 Rand. Awesome. Yes, Chris, I'll do Pretoria. Okay, coffee and a Carol Boyce mug. Okay. Come and stay with us in St. Helena, West Coast. I don't know St. Helena. I want to do the meet and greet in Durban. All right, Liz. Cable View. Hey, how's it going there, Kelvin? I was at your polling station in the election on May 29th last year. Table View is one of the places I went, and there were no lights. The street was pitch black. There were 1,200 people standing in line from the school all the way around the block. I covered the elections in Table View last year. Yep. Rowan says that Van covered his super chat. Oh, here we come. 50 memberships from Van. My goodness. Oh, my goodness. I've gone to Clarence several times. Sorry. I don't think I'll be going to Clarence this time. Almost every trip I've gone to Clarence. Okay. Remember to drive on the wrong. Yeah, no, it's the first thing I did, Psychobilly. When they gave me the vehicle, one of my friends was there who met me at the airport, and then we went down to pick up the car. And I said, yeah, it's pretty nice, pretty Gucci looking car. The only problem is I have to drive on the wrong side of the road. Jack up. Strunt. Cool. Okay, there's one to take down. Okay. All right. Good night, Retha. Great biltong shop in Stellenbosch. I've not been there. I've heard about it, but not been there. Boy, those gifts keep coming. That gift of membership. 400 and some people here right now. Let's take a look very quickly here, folks. There's a couple things I want to talk about very quickly. So apparently, Elon Musk said that Cyril Ramaphosa asked Elon Musk to endorse him in the 2024 elections. So they hate Elon so much they asked for his endorsement. Wow, that's interesting. That is interesting. And that shooting at the Wynberg court, inside the courtroom where that taxi driver was murdered, a woman apparently did it. Wow. Equal opportunity. Here in South Africa, women are murderers. Of course, they've always been, but we just ignore that. Reports coming out of Sunday Times and others claiming that the ANC is going to rubbish the 0.5% VAT increase. I'll believe that when I see it. Right now, it's in effect. There's nothing you can do about it. You have to pass a law to change it because you're not going to want to open this cake hole and told people it's going to happen. According to law, that's how it works. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? ANC is likely to drop its insistence on the VAT hike this year's budget amid indications that none of the parties it held talks with this week would support it. Yeah, there you go. But it's already a law, so who cares if you support it? I really don't understand their logic there. It doesn't make any sense. Nick just gave 100 Rand super chat. Thank you for that, Nick. Awesome. So if you don't mind the question, what are you doing somewhere? What am I doing? What are you doing somewhere where it's dark now? That's not even a question. It doesn't make any sense. It's nonsensical, Michelin star. What do you mean, what am I doing? I'm sitting here broadcasting. Oh, you're on the wrong side of the road, Stella. That's crazy. All right, Pierre Orban. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Yep. Not at 6 o'clock. You could rubbish and perish that thought. Not at 6 o'clock. I'm tired. I'm knackered. I'm going to get some sleep after this broadcast. Yep. I ain't going to make any videos tonight. But let me take a look at that video. I want to thank you guys for watching it. This is the best performing video ever on the channel, so pretty excited about it. Let's see where it's currently at. 278,000 views. Wow. 278,000 views. Yep, and it's averaging still 3,500 views per hour at this hour on the second day. So that's great. I need a lot more. Keep that thing over 300,000, but that's still pretty impressive. Thank you all for that. It's you watching the videos that make it happen. Dylan loves the channel. Sorry, Skuman gave us 70 Rand super chat. Thank you. Do you have a Pretoria location in mind for the meet and greet? I do not. Gang or orangutan. No, I do not have a place in mind yet. We'll sort it out. We've had a couple in Pretoria, a couple different locations. I like the first place we did, which was the big one. That was huge. Then we did it at my bed and breakfast. That's the same place where Hank and I did a game, play-by-play color commentary together. Comment section, that video is rough. Well, I haven't looked at it. You know, there's a lot of stupid people on there. I'll just start deleting their comments. If you go, I would like to find out if you go as refugee, can you go and look for any work? Pete, what are you getting at? If you go as a refugee, you're expected to work. What do you mean, can you go and look for? It's refugee status is not a gift to go visit the United States to find a job. That's not what it's for. Refugee status for people whose lives are in peril. So And if you're well enough to work, we expect you to work. Leslie and Moon, I won't be up at 5 o'clock doing this tomorrow. Yep, stupid people should wear signs, but that's unrelated. Met an American in the South Coast. He always tried to climb the left side. Yeah, it happens. All right, Michelin star. I mean, you've been here for a few weeks. You've heard what I do when I come to South Africa. I really understand what your question is all about. What's the purpose of my trip? To save South Africa. Okay, that's why I'm here. Like when I go to the UK, they ask me, why are you in the United Kingdom? I heard that your economy is in trouble. I came to single-handedly rescue it. Beacon of hope and a truth teller. Well, thank you, Pat. In Limpopo, saw a lot of snakes moving around. Winter is coming. Rain in the air. Hermanus is all right. Okay. Yeah, I know. Some of the questions. Some people are also big smartasses too, so you got to allow for that. Fantasy list for some interviews. Okay. Have you ever been to Harpysport? Oh, yes, I have. I smell the sewage as I go past it all the time. It's really fallen on sad times. Yep. Yes, there's a WhatsApp group that's created called I'm Not a Refugee group. Yep. Yes, Lindy, there'll be a lot of surprise live streams. Yep, there'll be a lot of live streams that are surprise as I go from one place to another. I don't know if I'll be able to see my beekeeper friends here, but if I can do that, you'll see that too. Corn dogs. Renell says, welcome. Renell, someone was talking earlier about Vanderbilt Park. If I did a meet and greet, they suggested the Emerald. Isn't that funny? Didn't we do it at the Emerald? That was my recollection. Yeah, it was my recollection, guys. I'm just saying so. Anyway. Because of ninja adverts. Ninja adverts? What are ninja adverts? You know, I've still got this stuck in my head for days. I can't get it out of my head. It's an earworm. Zion Assignment song is stuck in my head by Brookies. I don't even know the lyrics, man. I can't even do the lyrics. That's really bad, but it's still stuck in my head. You know, songs, you know the lyrics, you get it, right? Oh, Tom McDonald. Well, we do have Tom, yes, but she's stuck in my head with that song. Beautiful full moon tonight. Well, I didn't see that. Yes, I'm here to make South Africa great again. That's right. Going to rebuild my life in America, says Stephen Orkia. Okay, cool. Why is my chat not updating? Huh. Oh, it's frozen. Oh, YouTube, that tab froze again. Oh, it's so old. I should catch on by now that when the chat's not advancing, it must mean it's... Tom McDonald was Canadian. He's American now. He's American now. Every town smell bad, depends on the direction of the wind. I don't know about that, Narendra. We need a Brybruki emoticon. That's true. We got enough members. I should be able to put some more up there, but I needed a Brybruki emoticon. Somebody's got to make it for me. Are you using Chrome? No, I don't use Chrome. I hate Chrome. PA Bull, I will be holding public speaking engagements. I do that at the Reformation Society every time I'm in Rondebosch, and I will be doing it elsewhere around the country. But it has to be a place that doesn't cost any money. I'm not charging people to listen to me speak, although as a speaker I can make a ton of money, but that's not my purpose. I will speak for free. I don't want to charge people for the venue because people make false claims. Weatherman's here. So it was on a Facebook group, South Africans USA, referred people to this channel, but boy, oh boy, you're very rude people. People make the ugliest comments when one wants to help them. Yeah, no, people are very, yeah. Would you go on Joe Rogan? Sure, I'd go on Joe Rogan. Yeah, got to be invited though. Yeah, I won't be putting any penguins in boxes on my helicopter flight. I'll just tell you that right now. Cadiz, I guess, right? I was thinking that's where you were traveling. You got it right. That's right, secret agent, man. I'm on a mission here. Perfect cure for bribe rookies, Rick Astley. Oh, don't get me started. I love Rick Astley, man. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. You know what Rick Astley did? Rick Astley, at the height of his fame, when he was huge, had young kids, and he, having the money he needed to live a comfortable life, walked away from the industry to raise his kids and be in their life. It's nice to have that flexibility, but what you got to respect that. And he spent 20 years raising his kids, and he came back in the album a couple years ago. What a talented singer! Everybody thought he was black when he sang until they saw his face. How's that voice coming out of the guy? Where is Andrea Bocelli having a concert? Cape Town. Cape Town. Miss Guppy, of course I appreciate Afrikaans music. I have a whole playlist of 40-some songs about Afrikaans music. Yep. Are you confident in this visit? I wish you and your team success. My team is me, so yeah, my team is confident. I can say, hang on a second, let me ask. Guys, are you confident? Hell yeah, we're good to go, man. Yeah, okay, we're confident. Confidence is high. DEFCON 1. That's right. Guys, Brave is okay. I use Brave for certain things. Hotmans is another £5 pharmacy near Hermanus is great. Should you require any relevant so-and-so? Okay, all right. Hopefully I won't need a pharmacy. Udo Hatnia, well, I'll talk about that story, but tonight's not the night for that. You don't need an international driver's license to drive here. Why would you think that? What we need is a bride with it. Okay. Jordan Peterson, Ernst Rhodes. Okay. Okay. Tom Jones. Wow, that'd be cool. Alicante, Spain. That'd be interesting. Sasanak, welcome to you. Peter Edward Schultz, greetings. Okay, and then these Teamites. Yeah, sorry about the Teamites, guys. Yeah. Sent you an email to become a mod, Tom Hawk said. Okay, Tom Hawk. I'm behind on my emails. I'll try to get to it. How's my laptop doing? Juice here. I'm down to 42%. That's still good. All right, so, yeah. Had a neighbor in COVID. Some are back on the years in Africa. Great sense of humor. All right, well, thank you for that. Okay, Tom Hawk says no problem. Cool. All right, so anyway, guys, yeah, so the secret is out. My travel was to South Africa, which people running around saying all kinds of things, and I said I'll never come back here because they're ruining operational security. So I'm here. Anyway, so lots coming on. Lots will be happening here. Meet and greets, public speaking events, lots of things happening. So, yep. Bear in mind, folks, I'm very tired right now. I'm quite exhausted. So pushing the needle past the mid-range point here. Welcome. Thank you for everything. You're welcome, Adele. Gatsby in Cape Town. No, I don't have that. I don't know that. Steven's taking off. All right, well, take care, Johan. Safe to say your meet and greets will be oversubscribed. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I've had meet and greets where it's only been me. It's only been me. Yeah, Iser Fontaine would be a good one. Would I debate in Malema? It'd be impossible to get a word in edgewise. That wouldn't be a debate. Well, I don't know where the public speaking is going to be orangutan. When I get them set up, I'll let you know. Someone has to offer a venue and not charge for it. Yeah, it's only 5 p.m. in the USA. That's correct. Well, about 5 p.m. Yeah, 4:45. What is this? Just a question. How do our government receive you telling the truth? I don't know, Hunter. Maybe you should ask them. Go to bed. Get a decent sleep. Bond cancellation tomorrow. What's this? You talking about, Tom Hawk? Aleka, okay. Well, Johannesburg is a place where I might do one. No, I'm in the Western Cape right now, Adele. Yep. I hear the rains down in Africa. There's been a lot of rains here. All right, Stephen, have a good night. We'll see you later on. Oh my God, Sassenach was having withdrawal. Sassenach had to go over to Ronaldo's channel. Things were so bad. Oh, we can't let that happen. Can't let you go to Ronaldo's channel. Garrett, I expect to see you at the meet and greets. It says, good night, Sonia. I'll be around for a bit, Jacques. Oh, 25,000. That sucks. Oh, Lorette, you joined it obviously late. We've talked about the meet and greets we know for sure. I'll run through them again. Woodbridge Island, Laubergstrand, Somerset West, Hermanus for sure. And there'll be a Pretoria one, yep. All right. Okay. Thank you, Cynthia. All right, cool beans. There's Whirlwind here. I didn't see. Oh, there's Whirlwind. Yep, thank you. Okay. Okay. Rain. It's just got a new celebrity in town. Close to Fellow Drift. I sent you an X message. Sending me X messages don't work, folks. I don't read those X messages. The system doesn't work very well. The best bet to send me an email. Hopefully I can get to it. So here we go again. What? Oh, I know where you'll be in Cape Town. Okay. I'll be there. Help me give another £5. Alice Fundy. Besta uit. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Halman. Take a day's leave if I must. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. We'll meet you in Bloemfontein and get some rest. Well, Bloemfontein's on the list right now. You might have to come up to Vanderbilt Park. Nelspruit. Well, I got to get to Nelspruit, but I don't know if I can make it. You have to repeat the meet and greets, Chris. South Africans need to hear good news a few times in a row. I'm in the Western Cape, Tom Hawk. Yeah, my PC went bonkers a while back. All right, cool, Loretta. Yes, Jinx, it is painful to hear people say the same thing over again. All right, so East Rand, what, like to Benoni? Maybe we'll do something at Emperor's Palace. I've never done one there. Excuse me. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to wrap it up here. I'm tired. Thanks for tuning in. I hate to drop it off with this many people on the stream, but be sure to hit the like button when you get to 500. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching my my video. It's approaching 300,000 views. I'm gobsmacked. It's pretty cool. All right, cool beans. All right, you guys have a good night. Thanks for being here. Cheers, and we'll catch you sometime tomorrow. I'll do a stream. It'll be impromptu. All right, hit that like button. Only one more person hit it. Come on, you can do better than that. Cheers.